Are you tired of being on the diet roller coaster, the ups and downs, the yo-yoing, the changing, everything, and seeing no results? Are you tired? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you looking for the literal keys to success? What did I do to transform my body? It's super simple. I have the answers. If you are looking for the ultimate weight loss secret, you found it in this video. Stay tuned, let's jump into it. Hey, welcome back. My name is Danielle. This is Daniela Diaries, and here we are inspiring to inspire you, me, everyone to be the very best version of ourselves. So whatever version that may be for you, for me, for your grandma, for your auntie, for your husband, whoever that is, each person's version will differ. But as long as we are leveling up, really investing not only in ourselves physically, but emotionally, spiritually, all the things from inside out, really healing from the inside out. That is what we're here for. That's what we are about here. And I hope you guys feel welcomed, and I hope you guys stick around. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a nice comment down below. It really does help get the video pushed out to the interworld of the YouTube. So anyways, welcome, and let's get into it. So we're going to do a little bit of a physique update, but I also want to talk about this. So I was actually sitting down thinking of like how I plan out my videos a couple weeks in advance, and I was reading through comments, reading through DMs, and I kind of got the same thing. I always kind of get the same message, like, what did you do? What are your secrets? Are you intermittent fasting? Are you doing low carb? Are you doing Weight Watchers? Are you doing this, or what's this? And I literally am going to give you my secret. This is my secret. How have I went from this, so here I am, to where I'm at now. This picture is literally days old. So I was able to not only lose I've lost, I will say about 20 pounds, not in a crazy amount of weight. I honestly don't have really that much left to lose, but I have dropped my body fat percentage from 29% to 23%. That is a very, very good jump. Body fat is very hard to lose, so losing just that 6% was really amazing. So I want to share with you the secret. What did I do? And here it is. So you guys ready? Get your pen and paper. Let's talk about it. Consistency. I did the same thing every day, 7 days a week, for months at a time. I was consistent. When I lacked discipline or motivation, I was consistent. You have to be disciplined and you have to be consistent. Motivation is going to come and go. You're going to be motivated today to clean your house, but once it comes down to it, you're going to be like, you know what, I don't, the motivation starts to waver. But the thing that's going to separate you from everyone else is the fact that you're consistent. And I try to explain this to my mother as well. You cannot try a trend, a diet, or a way of eating. You can't change a little thing and expect overnight success, or expect for you to do it for a week or do it for 2 weeks and that's it. And in all honesty, how consistent are you? Are you following everything to the T? Are you kind of just dipping your feet in here and there and not really pushing yourself? Have you pushed yourself? Have you pushed yourself to the fact that you can give yourself no excuse? How hard are you pushing yourself? Yes, I get it. I have these conversations with people in my own personal life where, oh, well, those chips, we have chips in the house and I don't even want. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be an excuse for you not to reach your goal. There's always going to be a reason for you not to be or be where or be who or be what you want to be. But the fact is are you going to let that hold you back? Are you going to be the creator of your own destiny? Are you really going to take this seriously and put it all into that? And that's that's the key. It's not intermittent fasting. It's not keto. It's not low carb. It's not Mediterranean. It's not Jenny Craig. It's not hiring a coach and a weight loss plan. It's, are you consistent? They can give you all the tools, but are you consistently using them? I feel like there's anything, I'll hear people and they'll say, oh yeah, I'm keto, but only Monday through Friday. On the weekends I just take it easy, or this week they're macro counting, next week it's calories, and the week after that it's keto. You have to stay consistent. Your body will thrive off consistency. Aside from your body, your health, your mental health, your physical health, consistency and patterns, it may seem redundant to some, but I promise you, you will, once you have a set schedule, once you're consistent, it's going to feel like second nature. You have to be consistent. There is nothing else. So you have to make sure that, you know what, maybe a meal plan will work for you. I'm on a meal plan. I think it works wonderfully. I do hire a coach. My coach is Brenda. Brenda from her Instagram handle is at Roofs and Quads. I'll leave her stuff, her intake form. I believe she's still, I don't know if she's closed yet. I don't know. I'll leave all of her information down below. If you could try to, you know, meet up with her. If, you know, I recommend her. I've been with Brenda now. This is month 4 and no regrets. Brenda's going to take me throughout this year to get to like my ideal weight, and then she's going to take me into prep for stage. So I plan on being with Brenda for at least the next 2 years. Highly recommend. That's my girl. Another thing that people, aside from consistency, and a lot of people I don't feel like stress enough, is rest. I feel like we're constantly in this grind mentality where it's like, get up, get to work, get the gym, pay your dues, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. But yes, working out, showing up, eating good, staying consistent is really important in the gym with your diet, how you're eating, but also rest, recovery, sleep. Those are all super important, and those also have to be consistent. Because if you're checking all the boxes, okay, I'm consistent with my diet. And when I say consistent, I don't want to hear like I've been consistent this week and the next week you fall off. This is my mother. I've tried to help my mom, and I love my mom dearly, but she's also very stubborn. And, you know, she'll, oh, I've tried to eat like that, but it was just too much. So I'm going to do this. Okay. And then she'll, you know, the weekend will come and she's eating whatever. And it was, there's cake there. It was so good. And I'm like, okay, well, you just say no. I mean, I don't understand, you know, consistency, discipline, you know, it's those things where it's like, what do I want bad enough? Do I want a taste of some random store-bought cake? Or do I, you know, on a Tuesday? Or do I want to say, hey, you know what? That cake looks really good. On Saturday, I'm going to have a sweet treat. I'm going to make myself a cake. You don't eat the whole cake. I bake a lot of stuff on the weekends just because I enjoy baking. And I just have a little bit, and I usually just send it out and divide it. You know, it could be done. But going back to rest, and that's the part where I, believe it or not, have struggled the most. Showing up in the gym wasn't hard for me. I like working out. I feel really good. The fact that I have to be accountable to my coach really keeps me on my meal plan and keeps me on, you know, it keeps me consistent and disciplined. But rest was something that I really struggled with. It was, you know, I constantly feel like, you know, should I be doing more? What should I do? I wasn't sleeping. And I had to really focus on that. Another thing that I noticed too was that I didn't really take self-care to another level, and I really needed to do that. So one of the things I really started to do was make sure I started limiting screen time so I wasn't wrapped up. I mean, you could fall into TikTok for hours, or Instagram or YouTube videos. I make sure at 7 o'clock my phone is on the charge. I am done with social media or any type of internet for the night. I've been trying to not so much like watch any like movies or anything like that, but if I, you know, sometimes I just like the white noise of the TV, or lately I've been really into reading, which necessarily hasn't been the best thing, because sometimes it's not sometimes, it's every time I get involved in a book and I just binge it. And now, like right now, I'm like, oh God, I'm letting my Kindle charge so I can finish this book. But anyways, let me know. Are you guys anyone down below? Am I the only one? But another thing too is rest. So I want to make sure I'm resting, getting good sleep. I've been taking some melatonin. I take magnesium calm before I go to bed just to really help my body relax and, you know, prepare for a good night's rest. Drink a little bit of tea. I started limiting the caffeine. Nothing past 4 o'clock, so I can make sure I can get some good sleep as well. I just make sure I kind of set the mood as well for a restful night. Another thing is recovery, body recovery, and that's super important, especially if you are, you know, training and stuff like that, working out. Your muscles get so sore, and you literally are tearing them up to rebuild them, right? You make little rips into your muscles when you're lifting weights, and once they heal in a little bit of, it's almost like scar tissue, and it builds the muscles bigger, right? And they're sore. So sometimes I'm just sore and I need to like get some rest. I'll take a nice soak in like a magnesium bath and just get my muscles like an Epsom salt and get my body all, you know, ready and just relaxed and calm. But another thing that I've really been loving has been this. Let me show you. So when I was having my sciatica problems, so many of you guys suggested Bob and Brad. They are actually here on YouTube and I love them. They are actually both chiropractors and they are so informative. I think they're really funny, and they really did, they share different ways to like do some stretching and stuff stuff like that to help alleviate any type of muscle tension, muscle stress, and stuff like that. And I just find them to be really helpful because a lot of people don't either have a chiropractor in their area or can't afford it. So the fact that they are able to do this to help us, you know, kind of be self-sufficient and help us kind of, you know, work on healing and stuff like that at home and sharing with us, you know, techniques that we could do to improve it. But nonetheless, Bob and Brad, my favorite YouTube chiropractors, came out with their very own, I think they're called like a massage therapy gun. And I've had one of these before, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I tried to use it, but it was just so big and bulky and heavy that I didn't like it, and it was just uncomfortable for me to use because I would try to like use it like on my legs or my back, but it was so, I just couldn't ever get a good grasp on it. So this is the one that they made, and let me tell you something, they were really smart about how they designed it. So this is the actual handheld device. So unlike any other companies, they definitely made it more user-friendly by making it a little bit smaller, handheld. It's very, very light. And I do love that. Like, it's, look at, and it's light too. It's not heavy at all. Very sleek. So they definitely take the physical therapy approach, meaning they're intentionally built it this way for patients and athletes for recovery. And I love it. Super cute. It's great. You can put it for traveling. I just keep it at the side of my bed at night, and then I will just go ahead and like work on whatever muscle issues I have. It always tends to be like my thighs, my like shoulders, and like my back. That's always my issue. It's always my legs though. My legs always need a good like muscle release there. So even though this is super lightweight and small, the gun is super, super powerful, giving it a high intensity vibration that is effective in relieving muscle tension while feeling gentle on the skin. And I like that as well. The other one I had, first off, it was loud. It sounded like a jackhammer, and it just wasn't right. It didn't feel good. It almost hurt by using it, you know? So nonetheless, and they also came with like different adapters, and you have like a little booklet as well. So and what I like about these adapters as well, like the different pieces, they're made for like comfort. Like the ones I had before were like a hard plastic, and these ones have like a nice coating on it. All different, like look at this little suction cup one. This one's really nice. I like using this on my back. And then, how do I get that back in there? There's this one as well. And then I like to use this one on my lower spine. Very, very nice sturdy products. But you're able to, and they store really beautifully as well. Again, if you were unsure of what to use, there's a little user manual that tells you how to go about it. I really like that, and it's a really top-notch product. So yeah, I really do love this, and I highly recommend. I use it. I honestly probably use this every day. Even my rest days especially, because my rest days are when I'll do like a nice bath soak, and I'll come out and I will go ahead and like do my legs, and I'll have Leo help me with like my upper back and stuff like that, and it feels so good. Leo actually started going back to the gym, and he hurt his, like, he like kind of pulled a little muscle in his hip, and then between the stretches that I found on Bob and Brad's YouTube channel and using this, he's feeling a lot better, and he's able to actually, he said he feels like this recovery time usually would take him a couple weeks, and he's already feeling better and, you know, back into the swing of things. So definitely recommend. I'll leave a link down below, but don't forget to go and find them on YouTube as well, because there's a lot of good information and a lot of helpful tips with them. So aside from that, what is going on? So that's what we talked about, consistency and discipline. I know it probably seems like the most duh like thing, like, yeah, no duh, I have to be consistent. But I think when people say think consistency, they think 1 week, 2 week, maybe 3, and then they tend to fall off. First off, you have to do something for at least 14 days continuously for it to become a habit. So there's that. And consistency, I mean weeks, months, years. You have to be consistent. You have to consistently show up for you. And I think once you stop looking at this as, like I said, weight loss, or this is a diet or a punishment, or, you know, something that you have to do, instead of thinking it of, you know, this is something I get to do, I'm working on myself, I get to be the best healthy version of myself, I'm going to feel confident, I'm going to feel comfortable, I'm going to feel beautiful in my own skin, and I'm really going to step into a new whole era of figuring out who I am on purpose. It changes the whole idea of it. I don't feel that I am missing out on anything. I don't feel that I'm being punished. I don't feel that like my husband's sending me off to fat camp or anything like that. This is a lifestyle for me, and I'm very, very happy with it. I don't feel that I'm missing out on anything. I still get to eat when I want it. Nothing is alienated. I'm feeling really, really healthy and happy, and I'm very content with who I am, but I'm also eager to step into a whole new era of me, and I want that for you guys. I want you guys to see that you are limitless in potential, and there is nothing, you are unbreakable, and you can do whatever the hell it is that you want to do if you just put your mind to it and stay consistent with it. Make sure, and I've said this before, you know, if you guys find yourself struggling with the ideas of figuring out what foods to eat, or if you feel that you're, you know, you get anxiety about eating and you're, you know, having anxiety about the scale and all these different things, I definitely recommend therapy, guys. I feel like therapy, if you're especially around my age, it kind of had this like, you know, this little like idea that like if you go to therapy you're crazy or something like that. But no, dieting, especially if you've been a chronic dieter your whole life, and your relationship with food is so important, because you have to eat. You have to eat to survive, you know? Just like if people go to AA meetings, we will never judge them because you understand that they have an addiction. Food could be an addiction. Having a bad relationship with food can be a sickness and an illness. There's many people who suffer from this, and I definitely recommend checking out and getting some help for it. Now, I did have somebody message me and say that like they sought out therapy, and all their therapist is basically doing is pushing medication. Interview your therapist, guys. There is no harm in saying, you know what, this is not working out for me. It's just like if you would find a dentist that you were comfortable with, a gynecologist you were comfortable with, the same thing should be with your therapist. Honestly, I feel like you should really do a little extra checking in, as opposed to like, I think I researched my therapist more than my dentist. I was like, I read a couple reviews and I was like, she sounds great, and I just went with it. So definitely recommend that. If you don't feel comfortable, and if you don't feel like, you know, it's one thing, therapy isn't comfortable, you're gonna have to talk about uncomfortable things, but if you feel that you're not seeing the benefit and it's just pushing meds, or they're kind of like blasé-ing you, move on. Fire them and move on, okay? You're a paying customer, okay? And you need to find someone who will really help you. So I feel like that's the whole message. You have to be consistent. You know, as for me, what's next? I'm just gonna keep on, just working on myself here. You guys see my new pictures? I can lower the camera a little bit, give you guys. I've been working on, I'm really happy with me. I got my little onesie on today. Give you guys a tummy tuck update. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I met with another doctor, and she's really great, and she wanted $19,000. I was like, damn. I was thinking 10. So when she said 19, I was like, oh my gosh. A lot of people have recommended me going down to Tijuana. I have family in Guadalajara and in Durango. I could probably go to either. I know Guadalajara has some surgeons and stuff. I'm not entirely too comfortable of going out of the country for surgery. I don't feel comfortable. I honestly, and I wouldn't go to Tijuana right now just because of, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, Leo always tells me like how there's always these crazy things going on down there, and I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But if you guys have had this procedure done, if you guys can leave me like a rough estimate about what you paid, because maybe I was under budgeting and I was being unrealistic. So if you guys can let me know like what your prices are looking like. Maybe I do have to go to Mexico. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. I'm not in like a rush, you know. I've been dragging this thing around for years, so I would love to have it done like this winter, honestly. This winter, I mean, I was planning on having it done in October, like next month, but it's not going to happen because I still haven't found a surgeon, and I'm not rushing into it just to rush into it. And I would like to do it while it's cold here. So if I could maybe push this off now until like January, February, that'll be great too, but we'll see. Nonetheless, I'm just going to keep on persevering, and I'm just really at this new era of me where I'm figuring out everything. I'm like minimalizing, I'm budgeting, I'm getting dressed every day. I like changed my hair. It's weird, but it's good. It's scary, but it's exciting. You guys, I'm like going through I'm making capsule wardrobes. I'm getting rid of so much stuff. I'm not like overzealously spending on garbage. It's crazy. Life's crazy, but I'm happy. How are you guys? Are you guys doing good? Are you guys happy? Are you guys finding the new era of you? How are you guys? Stay consistent. Stay consistent, whatever it is, if it's keto, if it's Jenny, whatever you're doing, there's no right or wrong. Everybody, and I think a lot of people think because I left keto that I have like this, like, you know, animosity. No, absolutely not. If that works for you, that's so amazing. Just stay consistent with it. You can't just keto it 5 days a week and then YOLO it on the weekends, you know, and you can't do keto this week and then, you know, don't do it next week. And you have to figure out a plan that works for you. Find out what works for you, not what's working for every other person you're watching or seeing, because it may not work, and that's okay. That's okay. But you have to figure it out, figure out what's sustainable for your life. You know, if you're not going to want to do carnivore if you don't like meat, right? So you would fail miserably at that. So, and you don't, you know, you're not going to want to do, I don't know, you know what I mean? You have to figure out what works for you, what's sustainable for you, and what fits your lifestyle, something that you can stick with and be consistent with. Meal plan is that for me. That works for me. Again, you know, I will leave the generic, I have a generic high fat, or I'm sorry, high carb cycle. So I have a generic high carb meal plan, and then I'll leave that down below, and I will type up a low carb plan, and I'll leave that down below. This is very generic, very similar to what I'm, not exactly to what I'm doing, but similar to what I'm doing. And if you guys want to kind of take heave of that and try that for like a month and see how that goes, that might work. I carb cycle. I do low carb on the days I'm not working out. So that's kind of how that works out. On the days I'm not working out, I low carb it. And on, so I don't work out on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And so on Saturday, my last meal of the day is like my treat meal, whether it's like, you know, I'll have like a little dessert, and I'll have like, you know, sushi, tacos, whatever the case may be. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Stay consistent, stay amazing. Check out the Bob and Brad massager down below if you guys wanted to get yourself one. I got this new Apple update. Have you guys got it? I don't know. I don't know what the coolness about it is, but I guess I'll figure it out. But I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. You guys are amazing. You're unbreakable. You're limitless, and you got this.